Hello, I'm Joseph Dillard. The concept of toxic words is a powerful and simple tool to leverage yourself out of the drama triangle in your relationships and thinking. Cleaning up our language is a great way to clean up our thinking while eliminating one important way we inadvertently land ourselves in the drama triangle. Perhaps we can begin to see why learning to stay out of the drama triangle in our thoughts is so important. Integral deep listening provides ways to do exactly that. The less dysfunctional drama that you have in your life, the more likely you are to listen to your emerging potentials, put the recommendations that make sense to you to work in your life, to access your own unique life compass, and to align your priorities with its priorities. The result is a life with much more peace of mind, balance, effective and meaningful service to others, and personal happiness. Toxic words put you in the drama triangle in your thinking and emotions and signal to others that you are in one or another of the three roles, either playing the victim or persecutor or rescuer. These toxic words thereby encourage others to relate to you in terms of that role instead of in terms of who you are and who you aspire to be. The result is that you are, out of your own awareness, helping others to keep you in the drama, to help you stay stuck in drama, in the three realms of your relationships, thinking, and dreams, cut off from your own life compass. The major toxic word that keeps you stuck in the role of victim in your mind and in your relationships is can't. It is you telling yourself and others, I am powerless. I am helpless. I am not responsible. I am blameless. I am a victim. Please don't persecute me. Please rescue me. What would you think about someone who walked around in a t-shirt with those words plastered on its front and back? I'm helpless. I'm powerless. Please rescue me. Would it give you a warm and fuzzy feeling? Would it make you want to help them? What those words really communicate is stay away. I'm a project. If you try to help me, I will defeat your efforts to prove to you that my problems really are legitimate and therefore I am justified continuing to play the role of victim. That puts you in something of a bind, doesn't it? No matter how much you love that person and want to help them, if they are hell-bent on sabotaging your best efforts, isn't that nice to know before you jump in? If you observe the way the word can't is mostly used, it doesn't mean I'm powerless. It means I don't want to, or I have other priorities. For example, I can't go with you. Well, yes, you could if you rearrange your priorities. Does someone have you nailed to the floor? Are you really powerless? Or you say, I can't go to the bathroom. Really? Are you powerless or just not able to pee your shit? The powerlessness of can't that throws us into the role of victim in the drama triangle is easily remedied by avoiding using it. Instead, substitute I won't, or I don't want to, or even I am not able to. These are both more honest and accurate statements. We can also see that we favor using can't because it excuses us. We're not responsible. We are saying, in effect, I would go with you, but it is beyond my power to do so. What we really mean, if we were honest, is, I have a conflict and other priorities, or something like that. While there are some legitimate uses of the word can't, like, I can't defy gravity by jumping in the air and staying in the air, even in those cases, there are better alternatives that don't communicate powerlessness. These include things like, I won't do something, or I don't want to do something, or I am not willing to do something, or I don't know how, or I have another commitment, or simply, like in the case of gravity, I am not able to. All of these say, I have the power to do something, but I choose to do something else, or I lack that particular knowledge or capability. Once you're convinced that using can't is a toxic linguistic addiction and that you want to get rid of it, then ask friends and family to point out to you when you use it. That's because it's relatively out of your awareness, and you'll say it automatically out of habit. You need to be prompted to wake up and to realize when you're using can't. Then work at saying the same sentences with one of the above alternative wordings. Instead of saying can't, say I won't, or I don't know how, or something else. I choose not to. At first, this will feel awkward and perhaps not even honest. That's because emotionally, we often really do feel like victims, like we have been victimized, or we really are powerless. And we want to communicate to others that really we feel that way emotionally, and then ask them to either go easy on us or to help us. But using can't will only attract game players in the drama triangle. Somebody who can take advantage of your powerlessness to either persecute you or to jump in and to feel good about themselves by rescuing you. Is that the help that you want or need? No. Do you want your emotional reality that you feel victimized to define who you are? If you do, then you will remain subject to the changing weather of your emotions all your life. Is that what you want? If it is, I recommend staying in the drama triangle and using toxic words. If it's not, if you want to be a fully emotional person, yet not controlled by the roller coaster of your emotions, then it's time to get serious about swearing off can't and the following toxic words and the drama triangle in general. So, can't throws you into the word. So, can't throws you into the role of victim in the drama triangle. What words will automatically throw you into the role of persecutor? These include never, always, should, ought, blame, and fault. These words generate blame, guilt, self-criticism, and serve as a ploy to avoid your fears of your own inadequacy. They create a problem focus instead of a solution focus. If you want to continue to feel inadequate and blame yourself for your life mistakes and misfortunes, by all means, continue to use these words. If you enjoy being seen as a persecutor and resented or feared, keep using them. If you want to stay afraid that people will reject you if you're not right and come across as powerful, then continue to use words like always and never. However, when and if you get sick of feeling stuck, inadequate, afraid of the opinions of others, and tired of superficial and phony relationships, then it's time to ask your friends and family to tell you if they hear you using any of the above words. That's because, as I explained before, You don't even hear yourself saying them most of the time, and when you do, they are likely to feel right and justified. And again, there's some truth to that, because they reflect your emotional reality. It really does feel like your partner is never doing their share, or is always late, or never has really loved you, or is always forgetful. The problem is that all your partner has to do is remember just one instance when they did their share, when they were on time, or when they really did love you, or remember to invalidate your words and give them an excuse not to listen to you. How come? Because your emotional truth always, never, is an exaggeration. It doesn't correspond to real life. In reality, it is difficult to find never and always in the world. To keep yourself out of this no-win cul-de-sac, all you have to do is substitute usually, or generally, or most of the time. You can even get away with saying, "It feels like you never listen to me." You are owning but qualifying your emotional reality. Regarding should, ought, blame, and fault, these words communicate condemnation, non-acceptance, criticism, judgment, and self-righteousness. They are all about focusing on who caused this mess and irritation so I can beat them up and get them to fix it and never do it again. In addition to the fact that beating a donkey is unlikely to make it go faster and more likely to eventually kill it, people and animals perform far better with reward and sink into pathology under a steady diet of emotional and physical deprivation. The famous rat park experiments demonstrate this. When rats in a cage are deprived but can temporarily escape their misery by dosing themselves on drugs, they become addicts and start fighting and chewing on each other. When rats in a cage are given all the entertainment and contact they want, on the other hand, they don't get addicted. You can take a big step towards stopping telegraphing to others to see you and treat you as a persecutor by giving up saying never and always, should, ought, blame, fault. Give them up today. You can take a big step toward loving and respecting yourself today by recognizing that these words are poison and swearing off of them today. Now, how about the words that keep us stuck in the rescue role in the drama triangle? The things that we tell ourselves and others to keep us stuck in the role of rescuer are harder to boil down to one word. However, if there is one word to look out for, it's probably need, as in, I need to help, or I need to do my homework, or I need to go to the doctor, or I need to pay my bills, or I need to check my emails, or I need to surf the internet, or I need to drink this drink of alcohol, or I need this tattoo, or I need this fix. In all of these cases, there is a mixture of truth and rescuer, either of self or others, or both. For example, it may well be true that you need to go to the doctor. It is also true that it can be a form of self-rescue within the drama triangle, because you make yourself dependent on that to rescue you in order to feel okay about yourself, okay? It's as if you're not physically healthy, then you can't be happy. Well, is that true? However, it may not be like getting you into the drama triangle. The problem is that the word need tends to communicate rescuing, and therefore it is better to find alternatives for it that don't. For example, why not just say, I want to go to the doctor? Or instead of I need to help, why not say I want to help? Or instead of I need to do my homework, how about I want to do my homework because I want to pass this course? Instead of saying I need to pay this bill, why not say I want to pay this bill so that I can keep electricity on, keep the water on, keep my house? Sounds good to me. Can you hear and feel the difference? Need is often dishonest because it ignores the underlying reality. We are doing what we do because we want to do it, and we are not doing most things because we want to do something different. It's not complicated, but the language we use can make life unnecessarily complicated by throwing us into the drama triangle. If you get these few and simple toxic words out of your language and thinking, I promise you that you will experience a transformation in your life and relationships. Things will get simpler. Your emotions will be richer and more honest. You will like yourself more. Others will find you more genuine. You will be clearer about who you are. You'll be clear about what you want and where you're going in your life. You can also find a section on toxic words in my book, Waking Up. And for a deeper dive into this subject, I can also recommend, as I have before in other videos, my other book, Escaping the Drama Triangle in the Three Realms: relationship, thinking, dreaming. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.